a look at our forecast for both today, as we look at some potential for severe weather this afternoon, probably the most impactful weather we're going to have over the next few days, but also start to look at the beginning of the long weekend for the July 4th weekend forecast. This forecast will carry you through on Saturday. If you want to get the rest of the forecast for your July 4th weekend, check back in on Friday for that. But we're going to start by talking about the thunderstorms today, and then we'll start to look into the weekend as we go. So in terms of satellite imagery, what's going on here? You've probably noticed it's been hot and humid. That will continue today. Probably not quite as hot. We'll have some more clouds around in the thunderstorms this afternoon, but still lots of humidity and plenty of heat. We'll be up in the upper 80s, maybe low 90s. Similar to yesterday, maybe 2-3 degrees colder, or cooler, I should say, and a little bit humidity will be right there, though. You can see here's our boundary area. There's a low pressure system kind of here, located north of us in Quebec, and its front, which is not really moving that quickly, but it's sort of slowly pushing towards us. There's not real strong triggers with this. There is some triggering mechanism today. That's what will make the thunderstorms different today than the thunderstorms we've had the last couple of days, which included lots of heavy rain and some lightning, but not really much wind for the most part. Although there was a bunch of wind down in Manchester yesterday, kind of surprise pop-up severe thunderstorm yesterday. But these will be a chance for much more widespread severe weather, particularly more across western Massachusetts and northern Connecticut. But southern Vermont could get in on that. The closer to the Massachusetts border you get, the better your chance at seeing severe weather, although any of the 4 counties here in southern Vermont could get severe weather today. So in terms of the the surface map, you can see there's our low pressure system located in Quebec. The trailing front, which is way off to our west, is slowly heading in our direction, and that'll trigger our storms today. So in terms of the impact, what we're looking for today, these are basically wind impact storms, right? So high impact from wind potential, lots of some of these thunderstorms could carry wind gusts to 60, 70 miles an hour, plenty to knock down a bunch of trees, knock down power. That's really the problem with them. Tornadoes not really a problem at all. There's not a lot of spin in the atmosphere around here, so I wouldn't worry about those. They're not really a big deal in southern Vermont for the most part. Anyway, and then hail. There is a slight chance that a few of us could see hail, although the freezing layer is way high up in the atmosphere as it's so hot and humid, so the chances of hail are pretty limited as well. So really it's a wind impact and then briefly very heavy rain. Matter of fact, as we talk about the details here of the thunderstorms, timing, it could be several waves of these. Probably one wave will be the strongest, but we could have 2 or 3 rounds potentially in some places. Usually the first round is the strongest, although not always. So anytime between 2 and 6 p.m., it is really where the possibility is. Like I said, could be earlier rounds, could come through around 2. But you could wait until 6 p.m. to see those last thunderstorms clear the area. Could even see some showers after that, and maybe a rumble of thunder. But that's where the severe weather probably threat comes in. Biggest impact, wind. There will be frequent lightning with a lot of these and heavy rain like yesterday, or like the last couple of days. So it's briefly heavy gusts and lots of lightning. So if you hear one of these thunderstorms approaching you, make sure you find shelter and make sure you get in and out of the lightning, and also make sure it's in a sturdier building than you've had to worry about the last couple of days, because you could see some of those wind gusts up to 60, 70 miles an hour. This is a good time for me to remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't before, and then we're going to talk about the rest of the details for the forecast through Saturday. So let's look at what's going on forecast-wise. So here's our setup, and basically our setup has been similar to this for the last several days. We've got this high-pressure system, Bermuda high-pressure system, which is our hot weather high-pressure system off to our south across the western Atlantic. It's pumping warm, moist air from the southeast United States up into our area, and this low pressure system here over Quebec is kind of helping with that, as well as its clockwise flow. It's pushing all that flow is coming up and across New England. That is going to change dramatically over the next couple of days. By Friday, some upper level energy, some leftover surface energy from this frontal system will kind of combine to create a weak but kind of coastal low system. And what will happen is really it'll change the flow dramatically. So instead of coming from the southwest, we're going to get this from the northeast kind of flow. It's not going to be strong like a nor'easter, because in the summer there's just not the temperature contrast we would need for that. But what will happen is it'll get us in the clouds, and potentially the ocean air here is still relatively cool, and so we will be as warm as we are now. Will probably be compared to average. Will probably be that cool compared to average by Friday, and then starting to kind of gradually improve throughout the weekend. So what does that look like in terms of details? So today, close to 90. Thunderstorms midday. I think by 8 p.m. actually we're starting to clear out again. Tomorrow's kind of a transition day. The front is still in the area, and could be some showers, particularly as we get later in the day. But I don't think we'll have any thunderstorms tomorrow, and we won't be quite as hot tomorrow. Low 80s probably for a high temperature, if we even quite get to the 80s. Friday is our kind of soggy day. It'll be cloudy, off and on, light to moderate rain showers. Maybe even a few heavier bursts of rain in there. We'll still feel kind of muggy, but we'll be in the upper 60s. Quite cool for this time of year on Friday. So if you're getting sick of the heat, Friday's your day. And then by Saturday, we're finally starting to clear out into better weather, although we're still under that same flow. So we'll see some sun, but we'll probably just barely maybe make it to 70 here, maybe even just upper 60s. Showers should let up by early morning. Definitely better day on Saturday than on Friday for outdoor activities. So that's basically what we're looking at as we take a look at these forecasts. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, like I said earlier, go ahead and do that now, and like this video. It helps other people discover my video. And if you're interested in getting forecasts for the weekend on Wednesdays, or supporting the channel just in general, you can become a patron of mine, and there's details in the link or in the description below of how you can do that. And the main benefit is on Wednesdays you get a weekend forecast. So this afternoon, my patrons will get a look at the full weekend forecast going through Monday, July 5th, as that's the day we're celebrating the 4th this year. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will be back again for everybody else on Friday with a look at your Independence Day weekend forecast.